I'd like to talk about this quilt right here on how I used rulers to get the shapes that I needed for it. So on the center block here, there's a lot of negative space, and I wanted to fill it in with a lot of feathers and different things. So we'll start here with the hearts. I have a heart shape ruler right here, and I have several of these different sizes, but you can see I just laid the heart where I wanted it to be, and I followed the inside here, and then I echoed it to make it look dimensional. And I did this one here. I did this one first, and then I did this one here. And then I wanted to keep these shapes going here where these crystals are. This is a vine that I stitched. And so with that vine, I used a curved ruler, and I'm not sure if this is the one I used, but some kind of curved ruler, and I may use different ones to get different shapes, but you set the ruler in here like this on the quilt, and then you just stitch around it. And you just move it around wherever you want to make these shapes. And this gives me a vine so that I could freehand some feathers off of it, which makes this whole block look kind of organic. I have my Wave D ruler, which is probably one of my favorite rulers, and I use it a lot, especially when I put feathers in, because it gives me a nice stem to build feathers off of. So I took this ruler here and I found the center point on the quilt, and I just lined it up, and it's got lots of registration marks on it. So I lined up one of the registration marks up with the seam so that it would be perfect all the way around. And I just moved it, stitched, and moved it. And then I would start from the center here and go this way. And that gave me a stem to build the feathers off into the corner. And I made 1, 2, 4. I made 4 of those. And all I did was just, I would start with the first one using the seam as my guide. And then the second one I would echo, third one I echoed, and fourth one I echoed. So that's how we got the wave look all around this. And then I got my straight ruler, which is also another ruler that I use a lot for stitching in the ditch and for making straight lines. So I have 1/4 inch piano keys all the way around this border here, and I used my straight edge ruler to get my 1/4 inch. It's not exact, and they're never exact, but it's really, really close, and it ends up looking real good. Straight edge for putting in these little 45-degree angles here, and then fill them in. I use, again, I have circle rulers, all different sizes, and I have one block, well, I have a couple of blocks here, but this one here, I wanted a circle. So this is a half circle. So you lay your half circle, you find the center of the block, you lay your half circle in, and you stitch. And then you flip it, and then you stitch the other side. And that gives you a circle. And then I echoed the circle about a 1/4 inch. I also have a scallop ruler, which I don't have here right now, but I made these scallops all the way around by using a ruler. So with all this said, it's like using rulers is one of the key points for me to create designs, and you can build off of it. Let's talk about the border. So the border is a pieced border. So each square is a different fabric, you can see. And I thought, what perfect way, because this piece border gives me the opportunity to use the piecing as a guide to create a design, which is called orange peel or cathedral window. And then I went in and I freehand and filled in. So I've got my clamshell ruler right here, and I used the larger part of this clamshell, and I laid it from point. First of all, I did a straight stitch all the way across, made like a zigzag all the way around. So I made a grid, a large grid all the way around the quilt. Then I came back with this one, this ruler here, the clamshell, and I would lay it in from point to point, and I would stitch. and then I would turn it and stitch. And you do that all the way around the quilt, and that's what gave this beautiful look on the border. So I think that's it.